looking forward to working together to really help grow the community and show the world that it's not too small to have it all and to really prosper. Any questions from me or thoughts?
Find a place to live?
I have an apartment,
Okay,
so.
you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. And that's one of the first issues that I'm trying to work on is the housing, so. Something I've been hearing a lot about from many different places.
It's a challenge, it's small.
Yes.
It was interesting, I had a comment from a person the other day. There's a lot of vacant houses in town that nobody's doing anything with.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there. It's,
Mhm.
not rented, not moved, not living
Mhm.
in, so it's an interesting project.
Yeah.
A lot of reasons, I can tell you. A couple, why there's, some of them are vacant, but just because of condition, but, you know, it's, people don't.
I was gonna say, right across the road from me, I think I'm getting new neighbors. They're at least over there cleaning it up. The owners, so
Mm-hmm.
that's good news.
Well, we're doing, getting headed towards tearing this old house down over here, so. I found it very interesting that we're going through all this process of asbestos. Plainview, I think it was Plainview, tore down an old building, $2,500 to haul it all off and tear it down. I'm thinking, am I missing something here? Why are we looking at 10 grand or, you know, those kinds of amounts to clean these houses up, and then here you go and tear a whole building down and destroy it, haul it off for $2,500. I'm thinking we're missing some, or
Well, the dump is right in Plainview, so they only had to go miles.
even
for
with that, I'm
tipping fees.
thinking, what about asbestos and all the rest of the stuff that should have been, would have been, could have been, should have been? I just found it very interesting. Anyway, this whole house is terminal.
Coming back.
The blue one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as you mill around, anybody mills around finding houses that need to be worked on, we would have a project to do that if we can.
304 West 8.
Okay.
I used to live there. Had yellow tape around it for a long time.
Yeah, see, those are the things that the city needs to know about and then start looking at doing something with them.
So, next two we probably don't need to work on that.
Well, so number 6, you're saying? Well, what I'd like is maybe just you as Economic Development Board, if you are wanting to move forward with this, is even just making a recommendation to the city council that like we are willing and able as a board to step up and take on the role of the development agency. I don't know that we even need a recommendation from the CRA stating that. I think the city council can, they're well within their authority to go ahead and disband the CRA and appoint you as the CDA. It would just be nice to have it on record that you are copacetic with it and that like to move forward. And I do have a drafted or an actual ordinance from Jim McNally that just, if you kind of want to pass it around, being on vacation last week was a little crazy. Basically just dissolves the CRA and creates a CDA and then appoints the Economic Development Board.
Do you need a motion from us then?
Yeah, I think a motion, making a recommendation to the city council, that the Economic Development Board will serve as the community development agency.
Okay. So
I'll second.
moved and seconded to make the recommendation to the city council.
Okay.
Roll call vote, all in favor?
Neligh.
Yes.
Elder.
Yes.
Jensen.
Yes.
Crone absent, Stelling absent. 7, we can just table, we didn't have a lot of discussion, I'm still, working with Gabe on passing the torch on a lot of those projects, and then hopefully next month you can have a, kind of a nice in-depth discussion with the two on that committee. And then director's report. You're up.
You're technically still director.
Oh, no. I think you won.
Yeah, but you know
got
what's
this.
been going on for the last 2 weeks.
With Clearwater, Gabe and I are on our way there, tonight to meet with them. They're having a village board meeting, so we're just gonna make sure that they know, see Gabe's face, get to know, get to meet him a little bit. And then we're in the process of talking to Regina on moving forward with a lot of their
Mhm.
projects. And then we'll actually be meeting with the planner that's working with Clearwater on Wednesday, to just make sure that that project's getting handed over, and, that'll be, basically Clearwater will be taken care of. And then on the chamber, starting a raffle that, as we're actually raffling off, Husker season tickets. 50-yard line, 12th throw, so that'll be replacing the 4-wheeler as the chamber's big fundraiser. So just trying to sell some tickets now. If you haven't got your tickets yet.
They're going well
get
so
them.
far, so just need to keep it going.
Yep. I think the drawing will be first
Maybe
week.
August 21st, I think.
Okay. Yeah, right before the first game.
So that's good. Getting there.
So how, like, what? I think it was something
Couple
like,
weeks. Like,
yeah, 2 weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe 10 days, I think it was even, like right before the first game. Any big things you'd like to?
No, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
some of the different applications we've had come across for different businesses wanting to help expand their facades or work on their facades, and a lot of the downtown projects are really moving forward. And I know here, once I'm fully caught up with Greg, and I know in the next couple of weeks I'm going to be going around and meeting the business owners and really sitting down and discussing with them what they see as the different areas for opportunities that they have, and some of the things that they need assistance with, and then also seeing how we can assist them to grow. And so we're gonna be meeting all the business owners in town and having some good discussions with them in the next month and a half, really trying to see how we can reach out to every single business owner here in town and help them with their business. So, I think that's the biggest thing that I have going on right now, and working on housing and just really truly getting into the details of Neligh and what our opportunities are and how we can grow and how we can provide better support for our businesses and citizens. So,
And then, one thing that we were gonna try to tackle this year, was strategic plan. You know, we've got new people on the board, quite a few new faces, but with Gabe being new director, I think that, you know, we've had a lot of conversations on revamping the strategic plan. Getting everybody's input on the board, so I'm sure within the next couple months, Gabe will be trying to hold some meetings where you're moving forward on strategic plan, and I think that'd be a good first step for getting this group all on the same page. So, cause it's about time for a new strategic plan
yeah.
that has served us well, and we've done a lot of good things off of it, but it's time for a new direction.
And looking at the old strategic plan, there were a lot of good things that have been done based on that document, and some of the different projects that have gone on here in town can really serve as a framework for how to grow moving into the next 10 to 25 years. So I think it's a great place that we've come from, and we have some good direction so far, and it's just refocusing, having a new analysis of where we've progressed from and have arrived to in the last 5-10 years, and just where we now envision our city going in the future.
That means more meetings, though. And then as far as new faces on the board goes, Ashley Crone just submitted her resignation. She and Nick are buying Nick's grandma's house in Albion. So with her moving away, probably at the end of the summer, she thought it was time to submit her resignation. I think there's been a couple names that have been thrown out there, but if you think of anybody that you would think would be good on the board, feel free to throw their names in the hat. I've got a couple names to give to Gabe to have some conversations with. But I think there'll be some good candidates, but if you have anybody else that you'd be thinking of, feel free to shoot them our way.
Anything from Dennis?
From Dennis?
Yeah, is he happy up there?
I think so. Just telling Lauren the other day that it's been probably 6 months since I've seen him.
Is it?
Seen him drive by a couple times, but I haven't stopped in for a while, so. Seems happy. No, Jerry's happy to be hopefully retired soon too. So, as you will be in September.
I'm happy now. Anything else?
No, unless you guys have anything else that, I mean, I think big thing is just welcome Gabe and, just kind of move forward with some sweet projects. From the CRA standpoint, I'm on Jim McNally's recommendation. He'd like me to put together a document just saying that I'll come back in and contract, however is needed to help transition that over in economic development. And LB 40 should be pretty cut and dry, but some of the CRA documents had, or some of the TIF documents had some idiosyncrasies that may still require what I have up here.
You fixed it that way, didn't you?
I did, yep.
Create a situation where you just can't ever leave.
That's right. So,
I suppose you're in charge of refreshments then when you come back.
I think I could handle that. Oh. So,
Accept the motion to adjourn?
Second.
Moving second to adjourn, roll call vote.
Elder.